Now then, I've just put this video together because I wanted to do a bit of a comparison between the DSC-TX10, which this camera is, and the DSC-TX5. I myself was looking at the two cameras and I was looking for comparisons between them. There's a few bits and bobs on the internet, but I think this camera's so new that there's not much on it really. So yeah, just want to go over a few things that I've noticed between the two cameras, and now I've actually got this one in my hands and had to play around with it. You know, there's some notable differences between the two. First thing I'll yak on about is the body design of this one. The TX5, this cover on the front actually sits proud from the body, and it feels a bit plasticky and it's a bit chatty, but anyway, with it sitting proud of the body, I know a few people have experienced it pops open in the pocket a bit easy, or you know, just generally when you've got it stored or in a bag or something like that, and then obviously it turns on and your battery's drained, you go to use it and it's no good. I think there's a few comments on Amazon and stuff like that about that. So with this one, I don't know why I'm just spinning it around like that. So with this one, it sits a lot flusher, and I think there's a lot less chance of it popping open. It certainly doesn't seem to want to come open unless you give it a good, like, positive shove. The other thing with this one is this back, the whole screen, well, the back of it is just a screen. On the TX5 it actually had a plastic recess here, or actually a protruding part I should say, and you could get your thumb on that and you'd have a bit of grip, so you could hold it with one hand and you could take shots. I mean, you still can with this, obviously I'm holding it there like that now, but made it a bit easier and a bit more ergonomic having a little bit of plastic there, like the raised edge. So I think that maybe he's cocked up a bit there, they should have left that on. And finally, it's kind of still talking about the body, I suppose. This one charges internally rather than using an external charger like the TX5. It's just a USB cable. Sony's quite a little jack connection there, pop that in, and obviously plug a USB into a computer or any other USB power source. If you don't want to do that, you've also got this little box of tricks, which is just a figure of 8 USB converter, and you just plug that into the mains. There's a mains cable in the box, and you can charge it on the mains as well. I think this is a better design because you can buy one of them cheap chargers off eBay, and so I don't know, 8 to 10 quid, something like that, and you can have a couple of spare batteries, and you could charge in this, you can charge in your charger, so you've got two ways of charging your batteries. So that's that. Going on to the actual features of the camera, and when you're using it, the main thing for me that no one seems to mention, even Sony seem to keep it on the down low on the website, is in the panoramic shooting modes. On this one, again compared to TX5, but I think all the newer Sony models that have the panoramic shot feature, this has got, if you go on the settings there, it's got a high resolution mode rather than just standard and wide. So you can click on high resolution, it tells you to flip the camera this way, and then you can see there the little graphic at the bottom. It's telling you to just do a sweep, press the shutter button. I'll do one quickly, but it won't work because you just turn it round. You can't see now, and then it puts an image together. And there you have it, but it's a bit. Whoop. It's all dingy and dark, so I've got my hand in the way, but you get the idea. And if you do a normal panoramic shot, it's a lot thinner and there's nowhere near as much resolution. I think when you look at the specs, the actual picture's something like 42 megapixels when it's all stitched together, so there's a lot of data in there, and it makes for a decent image that you can actually use. To be honest, it's much better than the old panoramic feature. So yeah, that's something worth considering. To be honest, for me, that was a selling point, this one over the TX5. Another thing, I'm trying to think what else does it do that TX5 didn't do. Obviously you've got high def video, like full HD 1080p. The sensor's 16.2 megapixels as opposed to something like 10 megapixels of TX5. To me, that put me off, to be honest, because I know that a small sensor densely packed with megapixels means noise, or you know, just it can be detrimental to the picture quality. But having used this, it seems spot on, to be honest. It's excellent. I don't know if it's the processing that covers up the you know, the problems you might have with having that many pixels squeezed onto a small sensor. But yeah, the picture quality is fine. I don't think it's something to worry about. Other thing is, I suppose, quickly running through, if you put it on program mode, you've got your burst setting, which shoots at 10 frames. I don't know if it's 10 frames a second, but it's quick. It can blast off a lot of shots. It's like an SLR. You've got your macro, exposure adjustment, ISO, white balance. You can do custom white balance as well, which is quite good. I thought this might not do that with it being such a compact camera. You can set your meter into spot or, you know, full evaluative, and then focus. You got smile shutter, which is a bit of a You've got smile shutter, which I think is a bit of a gimmick, to be honest. I never use it. Face detection, all that sort of stuff. So all in all, it's a quality little camera. You can even, if it's just, I don't know, say someone who's not savvy with cameras, if you press easy mode, and it just basically turns the menu super simple like that. So you can't play around with much, and even the menus on the screen are a lot simpler. Just tells you how many shots you've got. Battery's really big, so you can't miss it. As I say, when you press menus, hardly anything there. It's just nice and easy, so people can't cock up your settings and things like that. That's pretty much it, really. Hope that covers stuff that maybe these other people haven't, and I'll maybe put a couple of links at the bottom of the video to high resolution images that other people are taking. I might try and get a few on Flickr or something like that. I don't know, there's a guy who's done a comparison on YouTube between this and the Panasonic, I forget what it's called now, the FT2 or something. I'd suggest watching that, because it's quite a good little video he's put together, and shows you how much smaller this is compared to the Panasonic shockproof cameras. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks very much for watching.